Hey team. So today I want to talk a little bit about company morale and what it really means to have and instill good company morale in a company, whether it's a small or large company. And I was looking up over here just to understand what by definition morale meant. And morale is a boosted also by employees feeling that they are valued, with gratitude being expressed and given by superiors, proving important. Flexibility in the workspace is also important to increase morale, as studies have shown that it produces less absentee, higher engagement and productivity. Low morale in workspace is an emotional issue for employees. It has many causes and may be dealt with immediately. Often, poor leadership or poor management is the problem. Employee morale as a human resource is defined as job satisfaction, outlook, and feelings of well-being an employee has within a workplace setting. Proven to have a direct effect on productivity, it is one of the cornerstones of business. So, morale is almost a non-tangible measurement, but it's something that is happening in companies, just like a culture of a company is instilled, and it may not be intentional. It's not seekable. It's not seeable. You can't touch it. It's not tangible. In other words, but company cultures exist, and people that do pay attention to it and try to measure it instinctually, they have a better company culture, which in hindsight has a better result in overall. And similar with morale in the company, is kind of an immeasurable subject, and it's subjective also in companies. But today I want to have this talk about morale because what you do around your work environment causes others around you emotionally, mentally, and it hinders others. It's not so much you. It's not so much specifically myself, but it's like saying, well, if everybody is doing so and so and so, I might as well do so and so and so, right? And as a business owner, or even a manager or supervisor, or somebody that's just overlooking something, a company, we focus on that. So me being leading the team right now, I'm overlooking all that, and I try to see everyone's emotions, the way they perceive things, and how they handle specific situations. So right now, looking at the morale of the company, I believe sometimes a person may feel, it's okay, I can do this, and I can get away with it. True, you can. But in hindsight, what happens is the people around you that see that, it affects them. Whether you may not be conscious or mindful about it, but it does affect people around you. So it's very important for me to observe everybody's company morale, and understand how people are acting and how people are treating each other. So my point being is, sometimes you got to think, instead of just acting and doing things, and it's more important to just be mindful of your own thought process, your own instincts, and your own intuition of, hey, is this right? Right? So number one is asking you, is this the right thing to do? And two is asking maybe, what would Derek do? Or what would my supervisor do? Or what would my manager do? So it's not necessarily, there's many point of views of looking at company morale, or not company morale, but like the morale around you and who you're affecting. So the best judgment sometimes is to think, well, a lot of times human beings, I notice, is instinctually, they feel something, but they don't act upon it. So it's very important that when you feel like, oh, I might be in the wrong, let's not do that, right? Or, oh, I think I know Derek wouldn't do it this way, or I know Derek would do it that way, or I know anybody, supervisors, anybody that you're aspiring to be, or like a leader or somebody that you listen to on a podcast or YouTube. You would think, what would they do in this situation? Because it's super important. If we can think that way, we can excel our thinking. And my point to you right now is try to like tap into your inner mindfulness, number 1. 2, your instincts. And 3, like just consciousness of like what you do is affecting others around you. So it's to bring it up again, it's like saying, well, if this person gets away with this and this, other people are going to do it too. And then now you got this bad morale of like everybody is maybe like not stocking properly because he does it and he does it, and then we choose to just use other people as like excuses and ways to get away with things. Because me being very conscious of being lazy, it's like, well, they don't work hard, so I'm not going to work hard. Like, they're not pulling their sword out, so I'm not going to pull my sword out. Like, you know what I mean? So my point to you today in this conversation is company morale. Be mindful of the company morales, people around you, people you work with, customers especially. One thing as a business owner, I'm always thinking about other people's perspective. It's important to know your perspective, but it's even more important to know other people's perspective also, because that way, if you understand people better, you win. If you understand yourself more, you understand people more, you win also. But if you understand yourself and you don't take action, pointless. You don't get it anywhere with that. If you understand people and you don't act on it because of your instinct, you don't get anything out of that also. It's the same thing always. I usually say is stop learning, start practicing, because it's very important to get into our paradigm and our habits, our habitual behavior, so that we become naturally acting on things, by being mindful. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I'm gonna put it away, or I'll take care of this after. And it's really just being more self-aware at the end of the day, So please, if you guys can continue to just think and be more mindful of yourself, your own thought processes. If you feel like you are doing something wrong, immediately stop it. Take care of it later on or somewhere else. So please, and just always keep in mind, like, instinctively, do you feel that it's wrong? Do you think it's wrong? And secondly, what would, someone else do? What would, Derek do in this situation? Or what would a leader of somebody that I aspire to be would do in that situation also, okay? So if you have any questions, comment, and I'll get back to you guys there. Thank you.